Hey friends, this week's random music. So I wanted to have a conversation this week about leadership. And why leadership? Well, because it's one of those things everybody talks about it, and every second person you meet is some sort of expert or at the very least has an opinion about leadership, right? I mean, leadership is just one of those things, it's like noses. Everybody has an opinion about it. So here's my take on this whole leadership conversation. It's this. 99% of the people that want to be the leader and envy the benefits of leadership don't have the mettle of what it takes to lead. That's why leadership is so difficult and so complex. Because when things are easy and times are certain and the direction is clear, it's easy to lead. In fact, you don't even need to lead. Things just kind of take care of themselves. But leaders are leaders and can only emerge as leaders when it's times of strife and difficulty and complexity, right? Maybe think about it this way. Why does the pilot get paid what he gets paid? My view is the pilot doesn't get paid to fly the plane. The pilot doesn't get paid to take off and to land. You know, they've got autopilot now, so the plane can do that itself. But why do you still need a pilot there? And why do pilots still talk about how many hours have you got on the job? Why is that still important? Because as passengers, we take comfort in knowing that if something goes wrong with this plane, if an engine blows up, or an engine seizes, or we hit a rough patch of turbulence, the person behind the wheel is going to know what to do. So if you think about that pilot, he's actually getting paid to manage difficulty and complexity. He's not getting paid to take off and land. Anyone can take off and land. It's like anyone can start a business and register and open a bank account and create a website, right? If you're a manager today in a large corporate, anyone can get a team and start giving out and dishing out instructions. But what really makes you a leader is how you step up when it's the time to step up. It's how your energy, your disposition, your approach changes and consistent with the time. Because the other thing leaders do is they act for their moment, right? In times of peace, the general who's the leader in the army acts for the time of peace. And so what he does is he maintains discipline. He ensures that his troops are well trained. He ensures that they've got the armor and that they continue to train and are battle ready all the time. But in times of war, the general gets paid what the general gets paid because somebody has to make the call. Someone has to choose tactics and strategy. Somebody has to say which target gets hit first. And somebody has to be willing to make the difficult decisions. That's why the general is the general. But if you think about it, almost all people that join the army want the rank of general. I'm not sure how many of them want the responsibility. Everybody wants the rank because he's the general. He gets the respect. He walks in, he's dripping swagoo. You know, his uniform is lined with colors. He's the makulubas. But when the pawpaw hits the fan, that's when his job starts. And that's the thing about leadership. Leadership starts when it's a time to lead. And until you've had a moment to lead, you can't call yourself a leader, right? And that's why leadership is not positional. You can have the job and still not be the leader. You can have the position and still not be the leader, because leadership is about how we behave and our energy that we bring in and our intensity and our disposition when it's a moment to lead. And it's about knowing this is a moment to lead. It's not a moment to sit back and to wallow and to wait, right? I don't know about you, but for me, that's been very, it's been cathartic almost. The thinking about why do I face difficulty, strife, and complexity as an individual, as a father, as a husband, as a son, and as a businessman? Why do I go through difficulty and challenges? And then I realize often it's because those difficulties and challenges are to build me up so that I'm ready for where I'm going. Which is the second thing I wanted to tell you about leadership, by the way, which is this. You could try as much as you want, but you can't be educated into leadership. Leadership is not about qualifications. It's not about education. Leadership is not even about tenure. You could work 20 years, do the same job, and still not know how to lead. Leadership is about growing into and being groomed into the place. So you grow into the place. But how you grow into the place is you have to go through stresses. If you think about the concept of stress, it's like taking a piece of elastic and pulling it. When you pull the piece of elastic, what you do is you stretch it beyond its natural sense of comfort. You stress it, right? Same too with how you build anything, is you have to pull it and stress it beyond its natural place of comfort. That's how it builds leaders, is you have to be stressed and pulled beyond your natural place of comfort so that you can prove that I can operate at level 1, then level 2, then level 3, then level 4, then level 5. I can operate at all these levels and lead because I've been through the challenges of operating at those levels and I've had the opportunity to lead. Make sense? I don't know about you, but for me, that kind of thinking just like, it dawned on me and it hit me and it was like a big thing. I was like, wow, whoa, whoa. You only become a leader when it's the moment to lead. Until then, you're a manager, you're many things, but you're not a leader. You're just the guy in charge. And that's easy. You get the office, you got the key, you can come in. But you're only a leader when it's the moment to lead. When around you there is doubt, when around you there is fear, and you bring in a sense of clarity and certainty. You go, that's where we're going, that's how we're going to get there, that's when we're going to get there, and that's how we're going to do it. That's what leadership is. So tell me what you think. What do you think about this week's musing, this conversation about leadership? And in your mind, what makes great leaders? And secondly, who do you think are the best leaders alive, not only in the world, but also in South Africa today? Be very keen to get your thoughts, friends. Cheers, Bazalwan.